Welcome to the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex. Today we're looking at a paper from the Hugging Face trending list, published on August 6, 2025, just 2 days ago. This paper shows that by fine-tuning a smaller model using a technique called direct preference optimization, or DPO, which essentially teaches the model to prefer better answers over worse ones, its ability to explain well-being concepts to the general public improved by 18.6%. The paper is titled, "Are today's LLMs ready to explain well-being concepts?" And as we'll see, this specialized training makes a huge difference for model performance. Alright, so this chart really lays out the core findings. On the horizontal axis, we have the model's ability to explain concepts to the general public. And on the vertical axis, its ability to explain to domain experts. You can see the big proprietary models are clustered in the top right, performing well for both audiences. But the really interesting part is seeing how the fine-tuned QN34B model, especially the one using direct preference optimization, jumps up and to the right, significantly outperforming its original version. So how did the researchers actually get those results? Well, this diagram lays out their entire three-part pipeline. First, they built a massive dataset that took over 2,000 well-being concepts and had 10 different LLMs explain them for both the general public and for domain experts. Next, they moved to specialized model tuning. This is where they improved a smaller model using both supervised fine-tuning and that direct preference optimization method. Finally, they assessed everything using an LLM-as-a-judge system with tailored criteria for each audience. Alright, so this table details the specific win rates against the baseline. You can see a clear divide. The larger API-based models in the top section have very high win rates, mostly over 87% for the general public. In contrast, the smaller open-source models below really struggle. These results also show that explaining social well-being concepts was the most difficult category for nearly all models, showing some of the lowest win rates across the board. Now, this next table isolates the results on the held-out evaluation set, which really highlights the power of fine-tuning. Down at the bottom, you can see the model improved with supervised fine-tuning already achieves a win rate over 72% for the public. But the model tuned with direct preference optimization pushes that even further, to 75.9% for the public, and an impressive 83.4% for domain experts. These gains demonstrate that preference-based learning is incredibly effective for this specialized task. So, to wrap things up, we see that while big models are good, they lack in providing practical advice and expert depth. However, specialized fine-tuning, especially with direct preference optimization, can make smaller models incredibly effective for these audience-specific tasks. That's it for this episode of the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex, thanks for listening.